Hello and welcome back to another casual night chit chat show. Now today we have actually a quite an interesting topic, a topic that I've put aside for quite some time. Number one, obviously, the main reason is there's not enough sauce in a way. But more importantly, it's not the sauce. We don't have the meat of the topic. And now at least, right, we have a little bit, so we got a little bit of idea, and we want to talk about it. So, what is that topic about? And it is as simple as, is it worth pursuing? That's right. It's a general question per se, but because previously I put it quite wide, there is no great example not saying great example. I have one or two example, but it wasn't uh, yeah. So the next part is we have the meat, but the meat wasn't fulfilling. I don't know how to put it this way. So I'll put it since we don't have the ingredient for the topic. And now at least I think it's time. Yes, it is well marinated. I'm going to use a little food topic here because I think it's the easiest way to talk about. Like, for example, um, I'm going to go straight to the topic straight away. So now a lot of things, okay. The number one thing is what makes you pursue something and then stop doing it, right? The key word is the next part, stop doing it. And in general, depending on most cases, all right, there's only two main factors. Number one, you don't have the time. Number two, it is not financially viable. Now, two of those things can go hand in hand, and that's the reason why I want to get as much thought as I can. And truth to be told, the reason why now is the best time to visit it is that I'm going through the same exact scenario as most people, if not every people out there that is going through the same thing, if not projects as well. All right, and that is the growth of my stream. Number one. And number two is the game, right? Is the games growing or not? Because that's the next thing that is relatable. Because for me, the original statement that I've put out, the original promise is that if and whenever I still have, right, a viewer to tune into my Twitch, no, not Twitch, to tune into the stream, whether it's Twitch or Cake. In this case, I've added Cake. Previously, it was just Twitch. I will continue to do so. That was the original promise. And it was for a year, which is the whole entire year this year. Now, next year, we need to prepare a little bit. And it is definitely an interesting, not so interesting, like a lot of no, it is an interesting experience. Yeah, there's no go, there's no two ways to go around it. Like streaming to zero viewers or less than one viewer is a little bit I mean, it is a very demotivated experience in general for those who are not prepared, for those who just jump into streaming and whatnot. Now, obviously, one of the key thing is content is king. I did put a poll out on X, and guess what? Even my X engagement is rubbish. That's the reason why now I have all the ingredients we have right now. The only thing that is left that I think it's worth pursuing and has garnered a little bit of I won't say success, but at least people are viewing it, and that is the YouTube channel. Unfortunately, the episodes that I've put out from the stream, barely anyone watches. I have the stats. Okay, I have 0 views, 2 views. That is not that great. 2, 4. I don't think anything that. Oh, There was one that hits 15 views. That is great. But compared to other things that I can put my time in, I get more views. Yeah, other videos gets a little bit more, which is nice. Okay, and that goes to the next question. Okay, is it still worth pursuing, or should I change my content? Because that's the next most important thing on the list. Without that, not say without content. So this is the part where I am, not to say undecisive, but it is an interesting thing, and I want to put it officially on the record, on video, on stream, and that is the what do you call this? I messed up that part. Okay, is it worth putting the hours in, right? Even though if I still have one viewer, let's say this is for next year, right? This year, like I said, I already committed. I'm gonna block it out, and I just want to see it through. One of the things that I would say it's for me, I like to have a closure, yeah, a beginning and end. No, a beginning and end. Wow, that's a lot of basically beginning and the end of the project, and I task myself, let's say 1 year. Okay, one full year. Once that year is done, I'm gonna assume it, use it like a contract, like you wrote it for yourself, a deadline. And I think that's the best case for now, the experience that I have. And it's a metrics of measurement. Yeah, because for the whole stream that I did since last 2 years, since Brawlers, all right? So basically, the main reason why I stream is to try to push this game as much as I can, to have a consistent stream time on the side. And thirdly, you know what, I was thinking, right, the dream is to build a stream channel or whatnot. And oh boy, that's a whole nother story. All right, the Web3 ecosystem and whatnot, it's just some, I mean, it is an experience. All right, is it a costly experience? For some people, yes. For me, also a yes. All right, it is a costly experience. One of the big thing is that, all right, just gonna touch a little bit. I'm gonna not touch too much. Okay, so my main channel for YouTube is predominantly Web3. Web3, no, gaming channel. Why did I say Web3? Web3 is for the relaunch of for my Twitch stream, right? That one focus more on Web3 stuff. And Web3 doesn't have, basically Web3 games and whatnot has a terrible reputation. Basically, the reputation for Web3 games are just not good in the general gaming circle. Okay, this is 100%. I've been seeing a lot of, not say reports, but a lot of channels out there you actually don't really see anymore, or very, very little Web3 stuff. So on one end, I was thinking maybe if I cast or stream something a little bit more niche, people will watch. Oh boy, the answer is yes and no at the same time, because the success and failure of the the content, it's highly, I mean, it's proportional to the content's reception or the content's popularity. So I'm gonna do a little quick search. So we're gonna search what is still standing kinda on the Web3 side, just to prove a point. So I think one of it is Axie Infinity. So we're gonna see how Axie Infinity is on Twitch. Do we have any streams at all? If we have streams, then great. If we don't have streams, then no boy. Oh boy. That tells me a lot of stuff. So the answer is, oh, there is 29 views, one. Okay. Only one channel? Come on, there should be more, right? Okay, we have at least a few. All right, we have a few. Three. That view is 3 channels. 0 view, 1 view, 29 views. Ooh. And can I use this as a matrix of measurement? Because we don't really have a Web3 kind of ranking thingy. Ada Daily Buddha, welcome to the stream. All right, if that's the case, then we look at Illuvium. Illuvium. Actually, you know what? I would showcase. Let me show you, because I think we need to. Whatever I said, I need to have at least a visual screenshot and whatnot. Yeah, just to make sure we are there. All right, there we go. This is my thumbnail, so I'm gonna quit this. So only 3 channels, right? Yikes, or not? Okay. Then now we're gonna go back to this, because Brawlers suffers exactly, I'm not saying exactly the same fate, but it is the same fate. That's the reason why I think right now is the best time to talk about it. All right, but we're not going to talk about Brawlers. We're going to talk about other stuff, as in other games, other Web3 games, because Brawlers I've been talking way too much already. But we need to do a health check for sure. Okay, so Illuvium. Next part is Illuvium. Let's see how Illuvium is doing. The difference is Illuvium has a few kind of projects per se. And I'm going to explain why I'm using what you call this, Twitch as a, I won't say as a direct measurement or a go-to measurement, but because, like I said, we don't have a Steam charts or Epic charts. No, even Epic Games does not have. Only Steam. Steam has the whatever fancy name you want to call it, the daily user acquisition, right? Those type of fancy jargon numbers. So that's that, right? That's that. And if we don't have those numbers, how can we measure? How can we measure people's excitement or what do you call this? Dang it, not excitement. Excitement is a wrong word. Activity? No, not activity. Engagement. That's the word. Engagement. We want to know the engagement of the product. And I'm gonna say straight up, okay? Discord is not, right? It's not. It is a good place to check the what do you call this, the health of the project, but it is not the best place to check. Number one is because a lot of people goes to Discord channel, they hang out in the channel. Most of them, they are just waiting for something. That's the reason why I say it's not the best. Okay, and they are not playing, they are not really engaging the game. You know what, I'm gonna say the game. They're not really engaging the game. So that's that. All right, that's the only thing I want to say. Discord is not the best place to check. Okay, because, but at the same time, Discord is a good place to do your what do you call this? Initial. How do I put it? How do I call this? Initial impression. Early impression. I think the word early impression would be the correct word, because you can gauge, see how the community is active or how active they are in the Discord channel. Now, before I say anything, okay, I've joined multiple Discord channel, from Web3 to gaming channel, and I can easily say this, right? There are some games out there whereby the Discord channel is not very super active. Okay, most of the time is spammed by bots, and that's that. But player count wise, actually is quite active. Not all, right? Not all. This only for a few exceptional titles out there. Yeah, and of course, most of the time is there are bots. So some of the, what do you call this, the engagement, the activity, yeah, I think that's another word, engagement and activity on Discord channel is kind of false. So that's that. Yeah, that's that. Okay, that's the reason why I don't use Discord. And then what is the next best thing? Twitch is also not the best way to use it as a tool for of measurement. That's why we really need a like a public, at least a public tool. Oh, at least a public tool. Huh. No, what's the other word? Anyway, GG. Oh wow, that was a little bit a little bit sweaty. GG. Okay, back to what was it? You know, I'm not gonna think too much. All right. We need a measurement. We need a general go-to reliable measurement system. We don't really have, right? Sadly, we don't really have. So I don't have any other better way to measure other than streamers. Because streamers is the easiest one to kind of do a health check. And from there, obviously, it's not the go-to, all right? I'm going to put a huge disclaimer. It's not a go-to thing. So let's take a look at Illuvium. Illuvium is the next Web3 game out there, and we only have one. One streamer. Oh boy. Oh boy. One viewer, the 3K follower. That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Interesting stats. All right. Very, very interesting stat. So now we have two things that we can easily now say show and tell. So Axie Infinity and Illuvium, we barely get any channel. It's the same exact issue that we have on Brawlers, which is I'm the only streamer. And that's the reason why on one end, I cannot use this as an example. But what we're going to do next is we're going to do an activity check on Discord and see how that goes. Yeah. Activity check. So we're going to do that after this game. And so we come to a point, all right? So with that, because I cannot think of anything else that oh wow, I just realized I cannot think of anything else Web3 related that is a game that people are streaming. Huh. That is a very interesting question. Do we have any other titles that I can dig up? I'm curious. I'm very, very curious. I don't think so, right? I don't think so. I'm trying to figure out. Like where can we dig up? What other titles is there? I don't think there is. Of course, there are some people say, no, I already did say, right? I already did put it up. It is, what do you call this? It's not the go-to measurement. Yeah, it's not the go-to measurement by checking Discord and Twitch. Yep. It's not the go-to measurement. So what else? If that's the case, what else can we use from? Yeah, I'm really stumped. So the next closest thing is we're gonna check Discord activity and see how they run things over on that department. If it works, if it's fairly active a little bit, at least there are something going on. Because again, not everyone streams, okay? Not every game needs a streamer. And that's the reason why we really, really need the stats. And can I use this sentence? Can I? Can I use this sentence? If the developer will not show their daily acquisition, like their daily active players. Okay, let's put this active players. If the developers don't share the active player count, is it in bad faith or not? Yeah, that's a good question though. That's a good question. That's a good question. Can I put it on? Can I pin that statement? If the developer don't show their active, by the way, GG. No, I couldn't fight back anymore. Nothing to fight back. Yeah, okay. If the developer don't show the daily, not say daily, active players, just active players, right? I only care about active players, or at least a player count, weekly player count if they want to, monthly player count if they want. You know what, monthly player count, I will stop at monthly, right? That's the limit. Other than that, I'm not bothered. So yeah, can I use that? You know what? I'm gonna temporarily use that statement if the developers don't want to show their player count. I'm gonna say it is approaching in bad faith, right? In bad faith, the developer knows that the product that they put out is going down. Yeah, all right. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but in bad faith. Yes, you know what? I'm gonna stand with that in bad faith, because it's not entirely a bad thing, but it's just, oh, since you don't want to share it, everyone can assume that the numbers is just not that great. Because why hide it, right? Why hide it? I know there are a few reasons why they hide it, you know, investor purpose. No, you know what? Actually, no. Even for investors, you really need the number. And that's it. Yeah. That's that. You want to reduce speculation as best as you can. And the question is, would sharing your player count is a, or just, okay, not all stats, right? Some stats have to be confidential. That's fair game. But some, not fair reasoning, but some, what you call it, stats is you can share. It's kind of not say a public knowledge. It's like not too sensitive of a data. Yes, sure. Some people will use that and spin it like, oh, we only have 2 players in the game, 2 active players. All right, the game is failing. Yes, we do have those type of I wouldn't say issues, but there will be those type of people who spin stuff. So fair enough. Okay, fair enough. But still, in bad faith, if they don't want to share active players or player count, at least player count. All right, so that's that. And with that, all right, that's why some of the stats I will share, I will definitely share to you guys and put it officially on the record. And I can easily say my Twitch channel is not growing, and now we came to this impasse. How can not okay, now it's less about how can we grow on more on how can no how can we grow. We need to ask this on not today's stream, okay, not on today's stream, but more on the case of do we continue or not. No, not say continue, decision. All right, the decision to make to continue or not. Yeah, unfortunately this part is a little bit tricky because it highly depends what's going to happen next year. Yep. And then, can I afford to continue? Do I want to continue? That there are a few things, right? There's a few checklists that we want to go through. So number one, since I'm not earning profit the whole entire stream since last 2 years, okay, have been, I wouldn't say decent, but at least no, I cannot use the word decent. I have been consistently streaming every Tuesday and Thursday, right? So that means 2 hours a week. And last year I did a little bit more actually, last 2 years and last year. So the question is, did it make any difference? Actually, you know what? I think that's the first question. Did it make any impact to the community, to the content creation? What else? What else can we use? I think, You know what, let's get a few checklists up, right? Let's get a few checklists up because this is important. This thing we should ask, and I think I have a decent checklist. The first question obviously is it profitable? Not say is it profitable or not. We need to draw that line between profit and hobby and stuff, okay? But of course, the number one question will always be, has the stream being a positive benefit in general? So when I say in general, that means the time put into the stream. What else? Time put into the stream. The effort. Did the effort paid off? Did you get the viewers? Did you get the goal that you've set to yourself? All right, to yourself first, okay? And of course, the number one question is, if you gain profit, that's always a win, no matter how you see it. Yep, if you gain profit from the stream, that is like the best case scenario. But what if you did not, right? What if you did not? And the answer is, for me right now, I'm not chasing for profit, so it's more on benefit. So did I make an impact? Did the content made an impact? And I have the answers. That's the first thing I can answer. For the past 2 to 3, the first year it was good. Okay, I would say the first year was good. Second year, I can see there's a downhill trend a little bit. And it was like, wow, GG. I don't have any cards to go back. GG. I did the full discard and I got the rubbish. Could have, no, on one end could have played, right? Could have played another strategy, high risk, but I was trying to bait. Okay. Either way, I lost my health. Yeah, 0 health. No, my health is worse. Worst case. All right. Let's see. So we have so it's no profit. First question you always want to ask is, did it bring any financial gain or not? Because if it's not, it will impact the next question a lot, like really a lot. Because normally people want to stream, they want to build the channel and whatnot, and why they want to build, so that they can earn. That's that. Simple as that. Simple as that. Okay, so no profit. Zero profit. Next part is, did the stream made an impact? So 2 years ago, yes. Last year, I would say 50-50. Like I said, you can see the drop. This year, you know what? This year I can safely say it's like close to no impact. Yeah, you know what? Close to no impact. The only impact actually was there any this year? I'm gonna say no. Yeah, no impact. It's just there, which is painful. I have to admit, it is painful. So we did not see any big impact. We see a down, what do you call this? A downtrend. All right, so downtrend, which means, okay, so from we have some impact, we have positive impact to 50-50, and one of the big reason is that it is the air quote winter, crypto winter, which is normal. And when everyone left, everyone don't care any. I can't say, right? Nobody cares anymore. Like a lot of projects, literally nobody wants to put their time into. And actually, the most important question is it worth playing or putting the attention into it? Yep. Not every project is created equal, and I can safely say we have run its course. The question is, what's next? What's next? Okay. And there we are. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for that, but what's next? This is mainly for the developer and whatnot. And then we will visit the community and see how it's going. And now, since it's a downhill trend of the game, of the life cycle, I would say it's a typical life cycle. Like even hardcore fans, I don't think It's just not enough. Okay, it's just not enough. This is a whole different. I'm gonna use a I'm gonna put this a pin because it's a whole different not a whole different topic. There is a huge topic that we can talk about for this, but I'm gonna say yeah, it is a whole completely a long story. So the next part is community. Okay, did the community benefit from whatever I am putting out? Right. For example, if people are still playing, if people are still engaging, okay, and then that's about it. Right. These are mainly the people left in the community. For brawlers, we still have, like I said, I still managed to get some games. So the answer is yes. We still kind of serve a little purpose over there. At least we have a stream. We have people checking in. So we have one check mark. All right. Community, we have at least, however small it is, I want to say this, okay? However small it is always worth considering to like not say push, but at least cater a little bit, right? At least. Yep. So that's that. Okay. So we have one check mark. And last question. This is a question for your own self. If you're doing it, for me, it would be for the past 3 years. No, not 3 years, 2 years. After actually 2.5. Actually 2.5. Did I push more? Ooh, very saucy. Did I? Huh. Actually, should have challenged that, right? No, my turn. My turn. Where was I? Where was I? Hmm. Yeah, I know you're holding that. Yeah, that's like too late. Too late. If I let you go, I'm still dead anyway. I could let you go. Nah, GG. GG. Yeah, flex, and then follow up flex. Nah, I just want. Oh, dang it! I was thinking of something just now. We'll play. Do we have? No, we have time for one last. Technically it's half time. But we'll play one more game just to prove up. Not say prove a point. Just to extend just a little bit because I lost the thought. The moment I was thinking about that, I lost the thought. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let me backtrack a little bit. Let me backtrack. Let's see if I can still remember. Because there are some words I want to use. Okay. So financial fail, it's a downtrend, community still there. Oh, okay. Is it still is the effort that I've put in worth putting in? For this year, the answer is I've made a promise, so I'm gonna see it from start till end. Okay, that's the thing. Next year, all right, definitely will be a huge change because not saying the payoff is there. Like, is there anything that I can do that I can still do? Because on one end, I'm trying to push my collection. That's also another reason why there's a huge shift this year. And because of that, right, this is a bonus question for myself. And that is the game dev, right? The game dev project a good addition? Did it bring value? Now we go through the whole entire thing again. Because it's the same thing as a project. Like, why do you run a project? And if the project fails, what makes it fails and whatnot? So for me, I would continue for now, right? Because of the checklist, right? Few checklists is there. We still kind of have a community to kind of cater a little bit for me. That's one. Number two is I want to push certain things. So That's my next year's plan. So that's that. The game and collection whatnot did, I won't say did it add value? This is an external question. I could not answer that because I don't have an answer. I put it on Twitter or X, no answer. So that's also a very interesting, I won't say interesting, but a great measurement of engagement. So mainly a lot of negative, right? All in all, there's more negative than positive at the moment. Like everything is against it. So let me load up Twitter and let's see how the engagement is, because I think it's important. I think it's important. Maybe I should get verified and then start spamming. Okay. But anyway, that's not a big deal. All right, we only have 2. Engagement is 3. Engagement is 53, 114, 39, 116. Okay, we got at least a little bit. 39 again, 37. May. Okay, so this May. We don't care about May, we care about August. So 37, 39. A little bit of engagement here and there, but is the juice worth the squeeze? Right? In most cases, everyone will say it's not worth it. In most cases, everyone will say it's not worth the squeeze anymore. It's like, why do I bother? However, no. All right, so like I said, this year I will see it till the end, and then did the game dev, right? Did the collection game dev made an impact? Unfortunately, answer is no. Did it bring value? Answer is no. Financial value first, right? Financial value, number one, no. Did it make an impact? No. What about the trend? Unfortunately, the trend has not picked up, has not goes down, and it's stagnant. Stagnant is also bad. So we have three X's. Do we have a community for the game and whatnot? Answer is no as well. Answer is no. Really, it's no. It's a big X. So we have 4 X's, or rather, we did not even hit the checklist. So the last one is, why do I continue to do it, or why do I still want to do it? For me, so I only can answer this last question for the collection and game dev part, is that I can learn something, manage to upskill a little bit. So that's kind of a good thing. Compared to other Web3 projects out there, yes, my project is not, use the word not, successful, right? And at the same time, this is mainly a content thing. That's why I want to put it later, but we want to get through this checklist first. And oh boy, there you go. There you go. All right. So that's one of the key thing. And if I were to ask the same question, okay, if next year were to follow the same question, the same answer, I would straight up say it's not worth doing. I'll be frank. It's definitely not worth doing unless you really, 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 really have not say have something like it's really not worth doing, like unless that's a very highly specific goal that you want to reach. That's like zero. There's none, because you're not making an impact. Your audience is not say your audience, okay, my audience is, it's the, I don't use this word, but it's lackluster, barely had any audience, right? The one streamer meme. No, one viewer meme, right? A streamer with no viewers. And the fun bit is I've been here 3 times already. It's not my first rodeo. That's the thing. If it's your first rodeo, okay, maybe you want to change the content and whatnot, but it's not my first rodeo. However, with that being said, I want to try to put a little bit, see, I want to put a little bit more effort and see if I can squeeze out. That's the thing. I want to put a little bit more effort, and if it works, it works, like I said. And the key thing is, at the end of the day, this this advice, oh wait, I think this is the best advice and it stands true, right? If you don't try, you don't know. All right, that's it. If you don't execute it, you don't try, you will never know. And that's the reason why I've been trying and trying and trying. So the question is it still worth continue to try? The answer is yes. For me, it's a yes. Not for everyone, right? This is not for everyone. Unfortunately. Unfortunately. Okay. So with that being said, I can easily close with this, right? Officially on the record. Looking at how for the past 2 years the viewership has went, right? Even some of my regulars viewers, I don't see them anymore or hardly see them. Not to say it's sad, but that's how it is, right? The value of the stream is no longer there. And do I want to throw in a towel? See, the thing is, a lot of people will throw in a towel and call it quits. Now, on one end, yes, you should know when to quit. It is very, very important. You don't want to keep bleeding, especially if the project bleeds money. That's the key thing. If the project bleeds, then there's nowhere to go around. Yeah, if you're bleeding money, like if every stream that you're doing, or okay, not just stream. Stream is a little bit easier, right? Because stream, you all you need to do is just pay electricity bill and your internet bills, and a little bit of hardware upkeep. Then that's about it. And it's easy to stop stream as well, right? You're done with the stream, just don't stream anymore. Done. But for project runners, project owners, it's a very, very important thing. Yeah, that one you can't run. You not say you can't run away. You can't really do much about it if you're bleeding money from running a project. You know what? The only thing left is pull the plug. Yeah, the only thing left. That's the reason why I say now I got enough juice. I have the sauce and the meat to go to it. And that's like I said previously, I do understand why some projects they just pull the plug, right? However, this is the note that I've been saying, and I will apply this to myself as well. If let's say I pull the project, no, the thing is I've not reached to that level per se. That's nice. 8 on a 4 card. GG, nothing. Yeah, today I got spanked by 8. On one end, there are few games I could have taken advantage. Nah, it's okay. No. Decision made. Live with it. GG. Alright, that's the end for Brawlers. And what else? So project, yeah, so if you're bleeding money, okay, no. If your project has a product, this one is interesting because a lot of project they don't have products. So those who doesn't have a product, I'm not bothered. Okay, I really don't care about them. The rubbish cash grab, right? Rug pull, cash grab, whatever it is. For those who have a product, and that means like a game, especially a Web3 project, usually Web3 games and whatnot, make it a single player, right? And give it for free. Either give it for free or you give it to people who have backed the project. Simple as that. So that's one of the biggest reasons why I'm pushing a single, not say biggest reason why I'm pushing a single player game per se. My main goal for this year is to prove that some game dev decision is highly questionable. And that's about it, right? If I can do it, they definitely can do it. There is no excuse on that end. All right, with that being said, that's the end of the topic. And more importantly, the reason why I run a little bit longer is that I want to see how much score can we hit for the treehouse story milestone, because we have reached September. We need to do a drop, and I promise if we hit the milestone, we get a cooler treehouse. Unfortunately, this month we did not hit. Sad. Sad indeed. And and actually this is also another great question, a great topic. But I'm not gonna do it today because we have done the most important thing, which is making a decision for next year. And I think I am almost ready to make a decision, but I just want to hold on just a little bit longer. Right. Let's see if I can find any extra reason to do next to stream continue the stream next year. Unfortunately, that's how it is. If the number, not say if the numbers does not match, if it reached to a certain critical point, it's like literally it's just not worth doing it. Not because it's not worth doing it, it's just that I can put time elsewhere that that will bring a little bit more value. And that is, guess what? Game dev. Right? If I were to continue, it's most likely for the game that I'm making right now. So that's so at one end this year, I lose something. Not say I lose something. One thing went down and something got picked up, which is interesting. Okay. The only question is it worth doing it? Because I can do my game dev without streaming. That's also another way to do it. That's a good question as well. Do I really need to stream if I want to do game dev? Hey there, Britta, welcome to the stream. So that's actually a question that I don't have. Not say I don't have an answer, but that's the question for me to not say figure out. No, that's the question. All right, so we're gonna do this. We are done with this. Because the thing about stream, if I'm just yapping but there's no entertainment, isn't it boring? Actually, that has been my mind 24/7. Is my content good enough? Yeah, that's the question. Is it good? Did it provide value? It's the same question, like the whole entire same question. Did it provide value? Did it make an impact? No. Profit, followed by did it the trend, and then community, which is impact and whatnot, and then self. Yeah, those are the lists. Depends if you have fun with the stream. Yeah, it's the the exact question. Looking forward to see you both Thursday. Yeah, Thursday community event question. Oh yeah, before we go there, we need to check the community. We need to do a health check. Because that's the last one. Not say last one. That's another metric of measurement. What am I trying to do? All right, single player. Basically, we are going through a huge. Oh, I need to make a title. I need to make a title for my game, as in a title screen. That will be on the list later. But we want to go through the single player thing. Make sure everything is working. Because technically once this is debug mode, yeah, so once this is done, I technically can ship the game already. We just need to put in some sounds and done. Okay, buff, avatar stats. Okay, so basically UI, and then if we go to the combat phase, combat, same thing as well. We don't really need to do too much other than just maybe adjust the UI just a little bit. And then the thing is, we need to give purpose for this attack. Yeah, attack one, so we're just gonna put light, medium, heavy. And then the block, do we really need a block? Some of these things can be removed. Alright, so get adventure over, you win, XP gain, mood gain +5, go home. Mood will fill up, and then if you restore HP, mood will go down. Alright. So first thing, I think we need to put I think that's the first thing I would do. We're gonna put a number. we're gonna put a number. This is gonna be simple. So from here on, like, game is done already. Technically, the game is done. Now the next thing is, oh, I just realized. Do we have time to put another mini game? Because there are two games right now that that I'm still, I would say, disappointed, sad, furious. No, I think disappointed. Disappointed is the word. But before we go to that part, let me do a quick little thing, cause I want to say this. One of the big things that I've took up game dev is to do is to make games that other Web3 games that I've joined and they went, not say they went belly up. The one that went belly up, at least if they put out a product, or yeah, at least they put out product, I am still okay with, is the one that they did not put a product out. That's the one. So that's the part I'm unsatisfied. Yeah, disappointed. That's the one I would say. Where is my, yes, okay. Change. So my game dev, technically the game dev for this live stream is all started with failed Web3 projects, straight up. Failed Web3 projects, that's the first motivation. Second motivation is projects that give, not say excuses, but some of the reasoning I was thinking is like, is it that hard to do, or is it just, excuses, literally excuses. So there we go. That's not say that's the issue, but that's the issue. Okay, happiness to string plus, yeah, just like this, and then happiness max. Do we have? Oh. No, this is matrix 4.4. I don't want. Do we have any? Or straight up, it's 100. Yeah, so 100. HP. No, not HP text. Yep, there we go. And then we should have health. Okay, done. So this is done. Go back to this. So today, oh no, let's get something done first. All right, let's get some simple things done, and then we'll figure out if we can copy another gameplay. Okay, canvas. Oh, okay. We need to put mood and HP. Event. Where's my game manager? Building, slider. There we go. Mood and health. Save. And then do a quick little adjustment over here. So we need mood plus, and then HP plus. All right. There we go. Done. Done. Yep, all right, HP, yeah, okay, cool, everything is there. Did I? Okay, 100 out of 100, 60, okay. Yes. The problem is the HP itself, the text. Yeah, there we go. Come on. No. Yeah, here we go. Text and there. Okay. Now we want to see the mood. If the mood changes number, HP will change its number. Okay, 100 over 160. Yeah. Okay, no, mood did not change the number. That's bad. Let's see what's happening. Ooh. Did I? Oh, accidentally put an overlay. HP mood. Yep, happiness value equals happiness. Update UI. Update UI, update stats. Oh, no. Yeah. Yes. Where are you? Where are you? Here. Okay. Alright, so this main page is kind of done already. Kind of done. Just probably adjust a little bit more on the font size and whatnot. And this is, oh, background. Background. Alright. Need to get a background. I would probably need to search a background later. Not now, later. I probably have an idea on how to make a nice little background for this. Yeah, so avatar stats. So we're gonna put level 2 XP 15. Yeah, click this buff. We have bonus attack. From here we are okay. So this part requires a little change. We want to put our enemy to scale. So like for example, I'm level 2, the enemy should scale up. So if I'm level 1, enemy should be level 2. So we're gonna do the scaling today. Yeah, at least get a base scaling. If not, it is too like it's gonna win. It's gonna be easy. Go home. Yep. Mood goes down. Alright, sweet. Okay, everything is working. Done. Next up, let's make a quick little scaling on my first game. Combat level. And to top it off, I already put like enemy level 99. We remove the block. Alright, so I think the block is useless for now. It's nice to have, but not needed. Okay, we remove the block. Next up is we want to get our scaling. Okay, so our scaling will scale according to our character, your avatar level. The question is, how do we want to scale, right? Okay, start, spawn enemies. Okay, enemy, get enemy level. Alright, save file, player save data, enemies defeated. According to this. So we want to put a debug button somewhere. So let's put a player UI, no, enemy UI, parameters, okay, buff, attack bar, XP calculation, mood calculation, we don't care about that, save system, game over UI, okay, cool, let's put it here. Enemies defeated. Okay, so when we spawn, let's do this. Enemies defeated. Okay, so once we got our enemies defeated, get enemy level. Yeah, there we go. Enemies defeated plus times 2 times plus 1. Okay. Okay. So that's our first Q. Now we want to double check. That's the reason why I put the stats there. Okay. So technically it should scale since I already put the scaling inside, but just to double check a few things, so we want to just go through it. Okay, enemies defeated 0 according to... Really? 0? Not 0, you know? Because I'm at least level 3. Okay, check in. Pause. Double check. If not, yep, enemies defeated did not register. So let's go to our save system. Save file. Okay, game status, player mood, player HP. Alright, see ya, Daily Buddha. Thank you for tuning in. Enemies defeated, none. Okay, there we go. Did not, so we need to figure this part out. Okay, enemies defeated. Let's, no, we want to copy this whole entire section here. Okay, so if we defeated someone, which is enemy defeated, item game, no need to get, gonna put this as a, what do you call this first? Placeholder. Okay, enemy defeated is true. There we go. Player defeated, no. Calculate, yeah. Get current level, get current XP. Yes, we did not put anything here because enemy defeated count. See, there we go, we have. So no, we're gonna go through here. All right, enemy defeated. Game over. Game over. Calculated XP, calculated mood, and then enemy defeated count. Let's put it here. Yeah, probably because of the rewrite, I didn't add it in. Enemy active false, yep. And then this way it's save game. Okay, cool. Save game. All right. Let's push this. Okay, scripts compiling. Enemy level 1. All right, we don't care about this. We care about when we attack. Okay, win, go home. And then go here. All right, enemy level 1. We don't care about enemy level 1. We care about game manager. Enemies defeated 1. All right, it did track. Single player track. Enemies defeated. Perimeters did not load. Okay, save data. As long as save data saved, I'm not too bothered with the other stuff. Okay. Enemies defeated. And then we're gonna go and paste up here. There we go. Paste up here just to, it's, yes, exactly 1-to-1. Okay. Yeah. So we should see enemies defeated. Why did it not show? That's very important. I need the stats to load. All right, load again. Because once we get that done, we can do very simple calculation. No, player level 4 damage. Why? 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 Yeah, enemies defeated. I cannot load over there. I must load here. Is it because of that? Is it because it's on start? That's the reason why. All right, let's double check. One last thing. I have a feeling it's because on start. Okay, if that's the case, we will add one extra thing. We will add one extra thing. Maybe it work, maybe it will not work. We're gonna hide all the UI, and then we're gonna do like something like an engage button. And that engage button will spawn an enemy. Okay, so game manager, no, not game manager, canvas. All right, player UI. Yes, we want to make sure we can turn off everything over there. Create empty. 0, 0. Yeah, okay, yes. Let's get an image and put here. 0, 0. This is gonna be yes, like this. This is gonna be 400 over 100. No, 750 over 450. Yeah, yeah. Let's put it this way. Okay. Yeah, all right. We're gonna put it exactly like this, and then we're gonna have a button. And for now, we're just gonna play engage. Player. Okay, and then I want to get another set. Okay, this is gonna be combat. I'm gonna call it combat UI. Put all the buttons inside here. Close. Okay, yes, that's what I want. Okay, we want to keep this guy up. So we can hide all the combat UI if we don't need. That includes this. And then we can hide enemy UI. Okay, sweet. So with that, what I'm gonna do is yeah, unfortunately I didn't switch to the other screen because you don't see much other than this. And I forgot to switch. You know what? Blame it on me. I forgot to switch. Now we can do this game transform the avatar. No, enemy UI. Set defaults, and then player UI. We need our yeah, player UI. Okay, we don't want to spawn enemies at all. And player, okay, yeah, combat bar, we just let it be. Okay. Alright, so our first thing is if we would start the game, there should be no UI other than the word engage. Because the engage part, we can load up a few things as well. Oh, we cannot. Oh no. Actually, no. We can put everything on. Yeah. Okay. Cool. That's what we want. That's what we want. Because technically, I can put this whole part in a number in a like a fake loading something like that. Because we want it to load. Okay, yeah. Void update spawn enemies. Yes, okay. Because previously it was just a simple void. I don't know. Simple combat game. This is start game. Alright. True. Yeah. Now we can just have that revision done. The only difference is we need to copy from another script. If I remember which script to copy from. No, it's from clickable items. Farmer manager? Nope, not here. Clickable item, building manager. Nope. I thought you'd be under the red avatar manager. Ah, there we go. This is the one. There we go. Put here. 1F. Yeah, delay. Because there's a slight delay, we need to put it in. So from here, start coroutine. And done. At the same time, we really need to turn off everything. Okay. Okay. Wow, I just realized I didn't change my screen again. Okay. All right, done. And then we'll move on to a game that we want to copy if we have time. We want to see how can we copy. Yeah, all right, close this, play. And if this works, I'm happy. Okay, everything did that, and then ta-da, that's where we get our level 2, because on start, that's why we are not getting anything. And then now we can adjust the health and whatnot. Go home. All right. Level 3, there we go. Okay, sweet. Done. That part is done, so I'm just gonna let this play. So we're gonna take a look at a game that I want, no, not wanted, but a game that I've played. A game that, okay, so this one is not really a, not say really a cash grab or whatnot, but this game, at least they did manage to run, but when they closed down, all the assets, all the NFT is now useless, which is sad. And the game wise, actually not bad. Okay, it's not too bad. It is kind of simple. It is simple, right? It's very simple game. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to take a look at a few things. Before I switch, let me load up. All this checkity check. And of course, we want to see how much the asset is costing right now. Okay, go away. Okay. Is it from here? Or it's just another one? Oh wow, nothing much. Wow, so long to verify. Go away. Okay. Load up a few things. Now let's take a look. Hey, why did it not load? No, it did not want to. Wow, it did not want to. What's wrong? What's wrong with... Oh, gotcha. Okay, there we go. Swap. So realm, right? It is a... Okay, according to this title, it is a strategy meets blockchain world-saving adventure. Not bothered with that. What I like is actually gameplay is pretty simple, pretty interesting. So basically, you select areas and then you can send your characters or whatnot, and the characters are in NFT format. So that's that. Huh. Hold on a sec. Wow, really? What's wrong with... What's wrong with... Oh, okay, no, no, no. I don't understand. Okay, there we go. Realm, there we go. Yep. Salary, all this stuff, resources, yeah, cool. So this is one game. Question is, how do I want to copy it? This one's a little bit more complex, okay? This game is a little bit more complex than what I can think of. So anyway, that's that. That's all I have for you for today. So don't forget to... Oh no, for YouTube, I'm gonna upload this to YouTube. And don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification button, and help this channel grow. For those who are watching on stream, I wish you good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night wherever you are. Have a nice day, my friends. Stay safe. Until then, I'll see you guys same time, same place this Thursday. All right, see ya, my friends. Oh my goodness.